I've been standing on some kind of edge for years, a strange threshold, seemingly incapable of stepping over it. And I had a weird experience yesterday where I was in the company of people from whom I felt an enormous amount of love and support, but I just could not step over the threshold. And then something really weird happened this morning, which seems to have defined what that was all about. And it was when we were preparing to do these short pieces to camera. And we were invited to talk about where we're at and what we're learning. And in that moment, I knew exactly what it is that's been stopping me from walking over the threshold. And it has been the absence of an invitation. For some reason, I felt this morning that I was being drawn into a place where I was being asked to declare myself in the world. And it reminded me of a situation 2 years ago in this very room where we're filming right now, where I took a chance and I stepped out and declared myself as a poet, a label that I'd never used to describe myself before. And in that moment, I recited to the group that I was with a poem that I'd written about an hour or so prior, trying to explain our experience of what was going on in the room. And it had a huge impact on everybody, including myself. So when the invitation came this morning to talk to camera, I realized it's another one of those moments. And I realized that all I have to do in order to step over my edge and move beyond the threshold is to simply pay enough attention to the invitation and to treat it as such, not to treat it as a threat or to somehow manufacture that this is a difficult thing to do. It's actually not. It's the easiest thing to do. And so what I've decided to do today is I've decided that I'm going to announce myself in the world as an awakener. I don't quite know what that means yet, but I know that having spoken it, things will happen for me which will help me to achieve my inner purpose of supporting people in their awakening process and their spiritual journey. What I would ask you to do is to consider what kind of threshold you're standing on at the moment. Where is your edge?